Hi, this is Donna with our Aran Sweater Masterclass, and I want to show you this book I have called The Classics Fisherman Knits by Janet Whitney Miss. I think that's how you say her name. I got this book at a yarn shop where I used to live in Colorado that had all kinds of books on sale. Like they used to carry like every book that was ever printed. And so I bought a lot of unusual books there, this being one of them. So it's got a whole bunch of stuff on iron and cable fisherman sweater knitting. Beginning is just basic techniques. So I'm just going to kind of flip through. You might learn some new techniques there, but it's pretty basic. And then it's got some pattern stitches for basic ribbings and welts and little textures and little even faux cables that you can use on neck bands and cuffs and things like that. And then it starts out a lot of the way that I teach a lot of my classes, which by showing you all little parts of what the project may contain. So rather than starting with patterns and sweaters and overview, she starts with details, and then you can use those details later as you put the sweater together. What I really love about this book is there's lots of pictures of sheep too. So we're going to skip through. She's got all different kinds of necklines. She's got information on blocking and sewing seams and you know, all kinds of finishing things if you want to use a machine or doing things by hand, washing and drying, how to care for your sweater. Okay, and then she's got the sweaters. So there's 5 basic sweater patterns in this book and a vest. So there's a Gansey or Guernsey set-in sleeve, a raglan sleeve, a T style, which is really unusual. I'll show you. I made one of those ones, and a strap shoulder design. And then they show you how to make a cardigan and a pullover for each. So I'll be sharing some of this info with you as we start working on it. There's a lot of text, not always a lot of pictures, and then you get into the designs. So she's got full schematics with a bunch of different sizes. So it's, you know, maybe not as many sizes as we would have now. It goes up to about 50 inches. But if you study this and learn it, we're going to learn how to make our own size. So it doesn't matter what size you are, if you're bigger than that, or even if you're smaller than what she gives. If you were using this book, you'll know what to do when we get done. So inside that, she's got it written out in line-by-line instructions. She doesn't have cable charts. That's the only thing I don't like about this book, but we'll look at how to chart things too. If you happen to see something like, oh my God, I really love that, and I want to knit it, but I'll never knit it from instructions, we'll look at how you can chart that out yourself. So you have to kind of dig in with this and read the patterns and kind of adjust it yourself for what you want to do. So here's like the regular Gansey or Guernsey sweater with all the sizes and just basic instructions. You have to adjust these for the cables that you used. And then she's got the cardigan, you know, which basically the difference is that you make 2 fronts instead of 1. So not very exciting to just look at. She has them with different weights of yarn. So there's a light one and a heavy one, gives you different ideas for how many stitches approximately you'll need. More lovely sheep. And basic set-in sleeve sweater, the kind my grandmother always made. I'm going to show you this one that I love though. This one she calls a T style because that's really unusual. Because raglan we know, set-in sleeve we know, but this T style is I really loved it, and I made one of these. So here's one that you say the top goes all the way across. You go cuff to cuff, and it's just the depth of the armhole, the top, and then you pick up and knit down on the body. Now, I really liked making that. It was super fun. It's a beautiful sweater. You can see here in the schematic, this is the piece you make first. And I did a cardigan, so the only difference is there's an opening there for the front neck. And then you pick up on the body part and you knit down. And there are underarm seams in this if you knit it how she does, because you could knit the sleeves in the round if you wanted to. That's about it in this. It's like you can see there's tons of text, not a ton of pictures, but loaded with great information if you have the time and interest to go through it, and if your brain works well with learning from text.